been looking at your phone in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
The Associated Press called the race for Joe Biden. Good morning, everybody. My name is Pauline, and this is Ona. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Ona.
We are organizers with New Hampshire Youth Movement, and we are super honored and grateful that you're all here today. Do you want to tell them about Wednesday?
Yeah. So we had an event this past Wednesday, November 4th, at the State House in Concord. And today we're gathered here to create local meaning out of this national moment. I know there's been a lot of internal and external turmoil in the midst of all of this, and our bodies gathered here is a form of protest against stagnancy and individualism. So from the Zoom to the room here, we're gathered, what did I say? We want to here to continue the work for progressive Keene, and we're here for the many people that we love right now and for the many people that we are going to learn to love in the future. I'm really excited that we're all here seeing new faces and old faces, and thanks for coming out.
So we've all been busting our asses to win this election. I know you all have as well. And it's easy to think that that's where the work ends, but now that election season is coming to a close, this is where the work really begins. And so today we're going to hear from some local grassroots organizers as well as some newly elected progressive politicians who are on our team. Hell yeah. We're going to hear from these folks who are doing the work right here in our community, and you're going to hear about a bunch of different causes, a bunch of different strategies, and our hope today is that you can find an organization and or a cause that really resonates with you and find an opportunity to get involved in that work and be in community now that election season is coming to a close. So I'd like to invite up Andrea from Rights and Democracy to kick us off.
Hi, my name is Andrea Perez, and I am on the board of Rights and Democracy. I'm also a founding member of our Monadnock chapter of Rights and Democracy. It used to be Monadnock Progressive Alliance. We are now Monadnock Rights and Democracy, or Monadrad. Anyway, we as an organization, both locally and bi-state, because RAD is a bi-state organization, New Hampshire and Vermont, we are in it for the long haul. The vote that is still going on is clearly just a start. We have so much to do. 70 million people in this country voted for Trump. That scares the hell out of me. And it tells me how much work we have to do reaching out. We have to be moving out of our community and into the larger community, and we have to be making our voices heard. As part of RAD, that is what we do. RAD is a multi-issue organization. We have committees and groups. We're working with the surge. We have a surge group right now. In fact, it'll be meeting Tuesday night. See either me or Heather if you want more information on that. We are involved in healthcare justice. We are working on climate change issues. We are working, I'm sure I've got a list here, education, the overdose crisis, immigration. We have issues going on. We are working in different pockets all over. And we need people volunteering. We need people coming out because there's so much work to do. We certainly could use financial help. We have a tremendous team working across the 2 states, keeping it all going and doing this work 40, 50. I'm sorry to say that some of them are working 60 hours a week on this work because it's so important and we could really use your help. I think I just want to thank you all for being here today and for helping us move forward with this movement for just and equitable communities for us to live in. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Andrea. Next up we have Maria Perez, who has just been elected to the State House of Representatives in Hillsborough, and we are so excited for her win.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to take my mask off because I want my voice to be here today, and I want to be able to people to see my face, to see the face that I've been fighting against racism. I've been fighting against people telling me that I don't belong to this country when I've been here 32 years, and I've been told that I don't belong to my neighborhood when I've been like in my neighborhood for so many years. And I'm here to tell people on my skin color, I don't care where you're from, I don't care what language you speak, you belong to this country. If you're paying taxes, if you're working hard, if you have your family here, you belong to this country, and people cannot tell you you don't belong here. So when people say that New Hampshire is innocent, that's not true. New Hampshire is not innocent. We have so much discrimination in this state, it's not even funny. When you have a neighbor telling you that it's taking pictures of your house because he thinks that your family and yourself is doing something illegal, and then it's going to take those pictures and take it to the police department, that's really sad. And that's what my family's been going through. Someone was taking pictures, going behind my house and taking pictures of my family, like at the middle of the night with a flashlight, and telling me in my own face that he was taking pictures because we don't belong to the neighborhood and we don't belong to this country, and people in our neighborhood don't like us. We can't let people do that. Not just for me, but for all of us, like people of my skin color, people like different skin color. Just because we speak a different language or we have a different skin color, it doesn't mean we don't belong in here. That's right. And we need to be respected. And that's why I'm here, and that's why I'm happy to be the first Salvadorian, Latina, state representative in District 23, Milford. And I'm here to ask you to help Rights and Democracy. We work really hard to bring the community together, but without your help, we can't do it alone. We need all you guys to be with us. Just because the election is over, our work is not over. We have to continue our work, especially right now that we lost so many seats. We have to work for 2022, make sure that we get those seats back. I'm asking you, please help us. And then the other thing that I'm gonna tell you about is like people with medical conditions, they've been declined the unemployment rights because I was told that I don't have the rights to have an employment because I have a medical condition, that I don't supposed to be exposed to people without a mask. And now the government is asking me to pay them back when I've been working 32 years in this country and never asked for any help. And I asked for unemployment for 3 weeks, and now they're asking me to pay back $2,100. Or they're gonna take my house away from me. How fair is that? How fair is that? I wonder how many people they try to get unemployment and they've been told that if they want an employment, they're going to take their houses away. We need to fight. We need to work for these people. We need to work for the rights of the people. With this pandemic, they're going through so many hard things. You know, they don't have food on the table. They're losing their houses. Please help me. I can't fight alone. I need your help. Thank you.
You got it. Thank you so much, Maria. Thank you for your courage and sharing with us and reminding us how essential it is to be fighting for labor rights for us working people. The Republican Party is not here for that, and so we have to fight against that. Next up, we're going to have Sue from Project Home, working to help asylum seekers here in Keene.
A few things. My name is Susan Hay, and I'm here. I'm actually pinch hitting for another member of Project Home who suddenly couldn't make it today, but I'm very glad to be here. And I want to start, I guess, with a full-throated apology to the young people here for the chaos that my generation is leaving you. And with just a statement that it's our responsibility as activists that are older to figure out how to support and amplify your voices, because there's a lot coming down the road to you guys. A lot here and a lot that's coming. So Project Home, you know, in social justice work, right, there's that advocacy, on the ground support aspect of it, and there's the, you know, working to change the laws and the rights that people have. Project Home is squarely situated in the making lives better for asylum seekers who come to our country seeking safe harbor and are put in jail. And a year ago, I stood here on this stage and said, you can still hear me, right? And said, if asylum seekers do not belong in jail, where do they belong? They belong in our communities. And there is no reason on the face of this earth that a community like Keene can't support 5 asylum-seeking families or individuals. You know, you bring them here, you support them, you help them, they get stable, you go get another one. And then, so that's half of our mission. The other half is to say, if we want to empty detentions, every community across this country needs to be able to do this. So that was a year ago, August. Today, we have a totally volunteer organization. We're a nonprofit. As Andrea said, you know, we're working our butts off. We have 4, and when we bring people here, they live with families in Keene. I am so proud of our community because we didn't even have to go find these host families. They found us. People heard about us and came to us and said, I am willing to open my home and bring a family here to live with me throughout their asylum-seeking process, which can be over 2 years long. So right now, we have 3 families. Maria, we have a family from El Salvador, a young mom and her daughter. We have a family from Guatemala, a young mom with 3 children. We have a family from Mexico, 2 parents and 3 children. And we have a man from Rwanda. We will bring our 5th family here somewhere between now and the middle of the first quarter. Okay? And we have started our work across New Hampshire and in concert, so it mirrors RAD a little bit, in concert with people in Vermont, saying, all right, well, how do we make the parts more than the whole more than the sum of the parts? There's a lot of organizations working on this. How do we pull together and replicate this across our states, you know, and then expand it from there? We do a little bit of work, mostly educating our national and state representatives to understand the forces that these folks are up against, and to ask them to intervene when it is possible, or when they're willing, which is not always the case. This is not the world's bravest, state and federal elected officials, but they're engaged with us and they're willing to work with us on some level. We need lots of help. As Andrea said, we could certainly use some funds, but so just a few things. There's a lot of work transporting people, helping them, with the education system. Our education system, our schools have been amazing, in welcoming these families in. Our medical system has been amazing. All our clients are getting free primary care. It's just amazing. So far, lawyers have been willing to donate their time. We know that won't stay forever. We know we're going to run out of that. But right now, for example, if there's anybody out there with bookkeeping skills, we need a few hours a month of that. If they're, you young folks, we are not facile with social media, so we would be happy to have somebody come help us with that. But there's a million different ways to get involved with us. And yeah, that's what I have to tell you. I love this work. I see a lot of people in the audience that are part of this in different ways. These are people, it's not their job to be our best friends or to make us feel good, but these are wonderful people working hard to overcome obstacles we can't even imagine, as Maria said, that we can't even imagine, that have dealt with things that we will not have to deal with. And we are so fortunate to have them in our communities, and we want to keep them here. So if anybody is interested, I can't stay for the whole event because, again, I'm pinch hitting today, but if there's anybody that's interested in learning more about Project Home, a couple of things, you can go to our website, projecthomeh.org, or you can come up to me and I'll give you my phone number and we can connect and we can figure out, I'll get you on our email list and we can figure out how maybe your interests and your talents and time could be helpful to us. Okay? So thanks for being here. Thank you folks at the Youth Movement for doing what you're doing. And Rad, you guys have been fighting this fight really hard. And I'm thrilled by this partnership. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Sue. Like she said, if that work is work you want to get involved in, please go find her, talk with her, and exchange that contact info. Up next, we're going to have Kim, who is a local folk singer, songwriter, and teacher who's written some music in response to this moment, and we're going to hear from her next.
I'm going to unmask because I cannot sing with a mask on. I'm going to ask you to quietly sing along with me, not with deep breaths and lots of projection. Just very calmly, hum under your breath, sing lightly. But we do need to sing together. We just need to not spread a virus while we're doing it. I am becoming more involved with writing and making and singing songs for social justice. And I have 2 or 3 for you today. They all have refrain lines or choruses, things for you to sing on, things to kind of bring us in and bring us together. So even if you only sing inside your head, please sing with me. Okay? Lead with love. It's a better way to do it. Lead with love. It will help us to get through it. Lead with love. Though it's been an awful year, lead with love. Only love can topple fear. Lead with love. That's your part. lead with love. When you stride out on your mission, lead with love. Even if you're a politician, lead with love. Although their power may be great, lead with love. Only love can conquer hate. Lead with love. When you sit down for a talk, lead with love. When you march or dance or walk, lead with love. While the vote count you await, lead with love. Only love can conquer hate. Lead with love. I'd love to hear you a little bit. Lead with love. When you tend and serve and teach, lead with love. When you protect and when you preach, lead with love. Even when your life's at stake, lead with love. Only love can conquer hate. Lead with love. With strangers and with friends, lead with love. At all beginnings and all ends, lead with love. And though the hour is growing late, lead with love. Only love can conquer hate. Thank you. I think of each song I receive as a gift that I need to keep passing on. Lucius, this one's for you. This is a song for social justice for elementary school age and up. I like counting songs when I'm a teacher, and this is a counting song with a geometric progression to challenge elementary school age. So, one brave girl of determined mind sat outside with a homemade sign. Another child came along, and together they sang this song. Get together, people, save this earth. We all have to help for this to work. Cool the climate, clean the sea. It's all up to you and me. Two young children on a protest line, feeling hopeful and holding signs. Another two children came along. Together they sang this song. Get together, people, save this earth. We all have to help for this to work. Cool the climate, clean the sea. It's all up to you and me. Four young children on a protest line, wearing smiles and holding signs. Four more children came along. Together they sang this song. Get together, people, save this earth. We all have to help for this to work. Cool the climate, clean the sea. It's all up to you and me. 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, then more and more. Climate strikes spread all over the world. It started with one brave girl. Get together, people, save this earth. We all have to help for this to work. Cool the climate, clean the sea. It's all up to you and me. It's all up to you and me. Do I have time for one more, or should I clear the stage for the next?
More years.
All right. I wrote this one when the fires were raging in California and we were having a drought here, and it seemed like we all kinds of rain. So this is about needing rain. We are parched. We are thirsty for the truth. Our hopes and dreams are dying. We need rain. We've had enough. We've had enough of this injustice. Enough of all this lying. We need rain. Let it rain. Truth. Let it rain. Justice. Let it rain. Compassion. Let it rain. Let it rain. Mercy. Let it rain. Kindness. Let it rain. Understanding. Let it rain. We are tired of living in fear of racist hate and violence. We need rain. We want more. We want honor and respect. We want honesty and safety. We need rain. So let it rain. Truth, let it rain. Justice, let it rain. Compassion, let it rain. Let it rain. Mercy, let it rain. Kindness, let it rain. Understanding, let it rain. We are scared. The western hills are burning. Our homes are all on fire. We need rain. And the hate and this awful conflagration. Save the future for our children. We need rain. Sing it with me. Let it rain. Truth, let it rain. Justice, let it rain. Compassion, let it rain. Let it rain. Mercy, let it rain. Kindness, let it rain. Understanding, let it rain. Thank you.
Let's get another round of applause for him. And as some folks may have seen, if you've been looking at your phone in the last 10 minutes, the Associated Press called the race for Joe Biden. My adrenaline is like really good right now. So I'm gonna invite us to do two things. One, we're just gonna like do a shake, yell, get out your energy, and then we'll take a big old breath together. So if you're able and want to, let's like for a minute. Ready? 1, 2, 3.